Hey, Ola Bacholas, thank you so much for listening to the Men's Room podcast.
And thanks to our pals at the Advocates Law Firm for being great partners. Yes, even you, creepy Kyle.
Seriously, though, if you'd been injured as a result of somebody else in your car, on your bike, walking across the street, talk to our friends at the Advocates Law Firm and let them help you out.
Yeah, they're the best injury lawyers around, and they want to make sure that you're not taken advantage of. Plus, your first consultation is free.
It's simple. You get injured, the advocates get results. Contact them today at advocateslaw.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
What's up? It's your boy, The Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
We return to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Coming up, we will drink, we will toast into the 3-day weekend, and it is Bad Choice Friday time.
You know it's Bad Choice Friday. It's Bad Choice Friday. You know it's Bad Choice Friday. Hey, man, this is your fault.
Today, featuring the Starland Vocal Band.
Gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some afternoon delight.
He gonna get up in there.
Motto's always been when it's right, it's
They needed a hype man.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Get that booty.
everything's a little clearer in the light of day.
Gonna get in that butt now.
Yeah.
And we know tonight is always gonna be here anyway.
Yeah. Starland Vocal Band taking on Rick Dees on Bad Choice Friday.
Yeah, just about a duck. Brother,
If
could
you're
do the
wondering,
hustle.
this is Rick Dees doing his best Donald Duck impersonation.
This was huge.
Oh, my God, yeah. Those, by the way, were the number 1 and number 2 worst songs of the 70s on this week's Sit and Spin. So we're putting them up against each other on a Bad Choice Friday. How do you vote? That's easy. Follow us on Twitter at Men's Room Live. One of those 2 tunes coming up right after we drink and toast with a shot of the day. All right, our question, what did you or do you eat because you're drunk, high, or broke? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Josiah. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hello, hola.
Hola.
Hello.
How's it going today?
We're doing great, Josiah. It's a positive Friday. Thanks.
Positive Friday.
Hell yeah.
So what
Josiah,
was,
did you call just to... Let's just do this.
Yeah,
Hold on,
just hang out,
Josiah,
you know?
just hold on for a second.
Yeah.
Don't
See
say
how
anything.
everybody's doing, you know?
Let's do what we do. Just hang on for a second. Okay. Did you want to say anything?
Yeah, what's it? I used to work at a barbecue place, Famous Dave's,
all right.
when, right after I graduated, or graduated high school. So, what's it? Me and my coworker would go take our smoke break, and then, we'd come back and we'd make quesadillas out of all because we had tortillas for whatever reason. And so,
Because they're
we just throw
versatile.
those on the,
I always
throw
have
those on the grill.
tortillas.
Flour.
What was that?
Flour tortillas. Why would we have them?
No, I said you should have them. I'm agreeing
Josiah,
that tortillas are versatile. They're good. Why is this so difficult?
How long were
Josiah?
you at that job before you got fired? I got to know.
Oh, I had left that job after like 2 years.
Okay, so you found a better opportunity.
Yeah.
I bet
But
they were
I ate
sorry to
plenty
see
of
you
their
go.
food before I left, so.
Okay.
I mean, if you work at a barbecue joint and there's leftovers, like that gives you a lot of options to make
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
I could not work at a barbecue. I mean,
Well,
all I would
to be-
do is eat.
To be honest with you, I mean, the way the barbecue places work is that they just make enough for that day.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason the stuff gets scratched off the menu all the time, like because you don't want to make too much brisket. You know, like you can throw it in chili and other things like that, but for the most part,
he was working at like a giant chain bar,
Right.
so I'm sure they make just a massive amount every day.
There's a place in town. I won't say the name of it, but there's a few different barbecue joints. And anytime we go to order from this one place, which typically means my parents are involved, right? We all enjoy barbecue. And my father's like, look, I love the place. The problem is they actually give you too much. They give you enough that you can have leftovers, but even after you eat your leftovers, you will still have leftovers. And at some point, it's just going to go bad, right? So they went to this place before the lockdown and all this, and they started having a conversation. And so my father lets me know, do you know why they give you so much food? Like, I love it for that reason. I was like, I have no idea, because it's more than any other place. I said, they're from Texas.
Because your parents
explain. Well, no, it's
they're for the
people that own the restaurant are from Texas, and if you've ever been to Texas, portion control
like anything
is
else.
Not their strength, man. And that explained everything. I said, now I get it.
You probably don't do this as much based on the fact that Baltimore and Rochester and everything else. But like when you go back home to a place that you've been to before that has kind of a different dialect, you slide into that dialect
instantly.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like when I go back to West Virginia or hang out with my uncle for a week, I come back sounding like I'm just a hillbilly. But I'm sure your dad like subtly slides into his accent.
He does not.
He does not.
No, and it's crazy because everyone in his family, with the exception of the PhD, they still have a thick Texas accent. There's definitely some Southern drawl. It doesn't matter who you talk to.
All right.
The one guy, he doesn't quite have a drawl. You just don't know what he's saying. But
that's what I'm saying. If your dad goes, I'll take some of that boudin, then he knows.
My father, he understands what everyone's saying, but he never sounds like them.
Okay.
So that's the amazing thing. Because honestly, talking to my uncle, and I'm unfamiliar with some of the foods that he's cooking, so he's trying to convince me to eat it. And I'm like, well, what is it? It's meat. It looks good. It smells good. But I can't understand a word he's saying.
Is it like the guy in The King of the Hill?
He's like a black boomhauer.
All right.
They're right here, man. We got the boudin up on the grill. So I looked at my father's. He's got boudin on the grill. You should try it. You'll like it. I'm like, is that what he said? It's like word for word.
Subtitles. Dad providing subtitles.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what he's saying. I love the guy.
I speak Houston.
Yeah.
Dude, last time I was in Texas, we went to a place called the Pecan Lounge.
All right.
In Dallas, in Deep Ellum. We got something called the Troughed.
Ooh, what is that?
Pound of beef rib, pound of pork ribs, pound of brisket, half pound of pulled pork, and 3 links.
Did you eat it all?
Yeah.
Is this the kind of place where they put like a loaf of bread on the table? Or is that just like an Alabama, Georgia thing? Or
this
North Carolina?
This place is, I think it's pretty famous if you go to Deep Ellum.
But that's a standard serving that, like, you will get off the plane. If you visit my family in Houston,
for the record, when Miles asked me, like, yes, our group ate it.
That's what they put on your plate. So inevitably you'll show up at Aunt Betty's house. It's always Betty's house, seems to be the first stop. And, oh, baby, you look hungry. I'm not Betty. I just ate. But as she's saying that, she's ignoring you. And she is now in the fridge, and she potato salad, macaroni salad.
That's fantastic.
It is, but then they hand you this plate, man, and you have to take it with 2 hands because it is so goddamn heavy.
Yeah. And it's on like a plastic paper plate or something.
It is, somehow. Yeah. And even when you eat half of this, and I'm not kidding.
You can fold it up into a paper plate taco.
You eat half of the stuff she's put on your plate, you're absolutely, like, full to the point you're uncomfortable, like Thanksgiving full. And she always asks the same question. Oh, baby, wasn't that good? I'm like, Betty, nobody eats this much food.
I went to a barbecue place.
I'm not from Texas. I don't eat this much food.
Next time, if I ever go to Houston, you just got to tell me that. Like, just to,
I'll give you the address.
Ted's coming by because I want to take this challenge.
Oh, baby, you must be that white man that my little nephew. That's what she said. My little nephew told me about you. I made you a plate, and then you can meet my uncle. Oh, you must be there. You come down here, and try some of this stuff right there. You gonna like that boy.
Ted, we were at this place in Birmingham, Alabama. It was kind of just like near a gas station type thing. So they give you like a coronet plate of either pulled pork, ribs, or brisket.
All right.
And then you order a couple sides, like a couple big sides. They give you the bowls of them. But when you order these family-sized meals, they give you a loaf of Wonder Bread and a jar of pickles.
And that's yours.
To take to the table.
Yeah.
Those are yours. You take them home. You take the rest of your bread home. You take the jar of pickles home. I've never seen that before in a restaurant. Or basically just like all the meat's on a plate. Here's some bread. Make some sandwiches.
What is it about?
There's like 4 or 5 different kinds of sauces on the table. You just go to town if you want.
Well, the white bread is kind of standard with like the barbecue plate.
But what is it about pickles, man? Because again, the uncle that no one can understand, he has 2 businesses. You're one. He can get you any kind of hat you want, but he also, I swear to God, so weird. You name a team, you name anything, he can get it for you. And then his other side hustle is he makes sweet pickles. And it is a big deal to everyone that he's hooking it up.
Is it something to do with like the
sweet and the salty, or
maybe,
or like going against the meat?
I mean, I just don't like pickles, but certainly with barbecue and the fact that I'm gonna get sweet pickle, now you try one today. And man, I don't like it. Just try one of these. Even like the pickle. I'm like, I guess that's good for a pickle. I don't know.
I guess it's good for.
My wife says they're outstanding. My parents think they're outstanding. Apparently, the man you can't understand, Black Boomhauer, can also hook up pickles. But it's.
Well, let me ask you a question. I don't know this. Because pickles cucumber.
Yeah.
So does he grow his own cucumbers? And like before they get like with the baby cucumbers like veal, does he just chop them off the vine, or do you go someplace to buy specialty little teeny tiny cucumbers?
I would ask him, but I wouldn't understand what he's telling me in return.
Okay. All right.
I mean, you could ask him directly.
You could do both. Like you can buy regular sized cucumbers and just get a bigger jar to make them pickled and then slice them up.
Okay.
Or you can buy tiny little cucumbers to make your own pickles at home.
But he's very specific. It is a sweet and hot pickle. I guess it tastes like no other pickles. Again, I don't know. Mm-hmm.
What did you or do you eat because you're drunk, high, or broke? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, David. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola and hello.
Hola.
Okay, so obviously, if any of you remember me, I've been listening for I don't know how long.
I think the last time I recalled you were listening for about 21 years.
Well, I just turned 54, so
that makes sense.
I was probably 12 or 13 since I started listening. My older brother started listening to you, and you probably got his number blocked. His name is Jamie.
We didn't block it.
No. Well, if you didn't, you should have. I did on mine. Okay. No, I'm just kidding.
Take that, Jamie. Stop.
Yeah. Well, no. So I don't call a lot. I call every once in a while. And every time I call, I want to bring it a little more because born and raised in Tacoma, I said, listen to you guys forever.
Thank you, man. We appreciate it.
Through my tour in Iraq to now, still love you. Still great stuff.
Cool, man.
Thank you, man.
I'm amazed that we're still on the air when you got back.
Oh, I know. Don't think I don't know. I mean, 2008, 2009 was a tough time for everybody. In theater and home.
Okay.
Thank goodness my wife stayed married to me for 30 years now, as of November 3rd.
I can't believe it.
Yeah. You know, I'm the guy that was born 8 hours apart from my wife in the same hospital.
Well, that's not creepy at all. Yeah, right.
29th. Yeah, I was born on the 29th of December. She was born on the 30th after midnight, obviously.
I was wondering.
About 8 hours apart.
Okay. Well, what did you or do you eat because you're drunk, high, or broke?
Yeah, and this is the thing is I've been I didn't want them to title me, but I've been the hot dog king since I was a kid. For at least the last 50 years.
But the hot dog king? What is the hot dog king?
I could eat. Okay, so family would have steak, would have ribs, would have mac and cheese. David would have hot dogs. And I carried that through my teenage life and then my young adult life. And then, you know, of course, then you got to talk about Vienna sausages and you got to talk about just quick out of the can food.
I mean, obviously this diet had no ill effect.
Look. But you can take hot dogs to a different level. So you can just make a hot dog.
Isn't that what that chick told you when you had sex?
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. But as you know, as you go across the country, there's 9 million different styles of hot dogs, including in Seattle and Chicago. A New York dog is different from a Coney dog, which is different. So what is your favorite hot dog if it's dressed?
Well, that's the thing is I used to just eat it with whatever bakery good I had, whether it was a pancake, wheat, a bun, you name it.
Okay, but if you go to a hot dog place now, right? Let's say you go to a hot dog place and they have 10 different options on the board.
Well, no, don't get me wrong. I'll eat any hot dog, and I consider myself.
But you get to choose.
Right. You're at the Red Hot. You're the hot dog king, right? You know everything. Right, you can eat a plain and a tortilla, a pancake. We get all that. You're looking at a board in front of you. It's a Chicago dog. It's a Seattle dog. What one are you picking? Focus.
The James Dean. If you're making me pick a hot dog, it'd be the James Dean dog.
What's on that?
Okay, everything including 2 feet of hot dog, 24 inches, homemade bun because it has to be able to fit this hot dog. It also has onion, tomato, 2 kinds of cheese, whatever cheese you want. Of course, your mustard, ketchup, relish, and my onions are white onions, and they're big, and you got to have a lot.
I'll see how it is.
Okay, big white onion.
How much do you weigh?
And you got to have goops of mayo because most places don't have Miracle Whip. I use mayo if I have to. Okay. Now, that's not the main reason I called about the hot dog.
No. What? Why did you call?
Because you guys started talking about mixing food and whatnot and being all gross, and this is also something that many of my family have listened to KISW for years and years. They'll verify this. I can put any kind of food together down, and I have tried the most. Everything that you listed was like tame. Seriously, my wife of 30 years is grossed out and won't even be in the same room when I try stuff.
And then you have to do what you're
why.
Eating. Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, blame it on that.
Yeah, that's the reason.
Right.
Because of the weird food combos.
Oh, my God.
Why did you ask another question? Why did you do that?
I figured we could stay somewhat on the highway.
No, we were never on the highway.
I know.
Dude, you're driving on the shoulder the whole goddamn way.
Trying to get us on the highway. God, was that hard.
And Miles comes up with another question.
Now I know why teachers get frustrated. Answer the question.
Seriously, it's like talking to my daughter. Look, I asked you one question. You've used all of these words without just answering a simple goddamn question, man. I mean, why all of that? Why all of that?
I like hot dogs. And those
Good. Look, I mean, just like, listen, man.
I enjoy talking about them.
I mean, you even give them the setup.
Right.
You're at a place ordering.
Yes.
What would you say? You say, no answer to that. Oh, anything you want.
The hot dog
It's not up to them. They're asking you, what do you want on your goddamn hot dog?
And he thought we blocked his brother. What did you or do you eat because you're drunk, high, or broke? 206-421-ROCK.
I mean, Jamie's going to call now.
Do we have a bottle of Jameson in here?
Now, see, people are split, all right? Somebody's just like, gong this guy. Make it stop. Followed by, hot dog man rocks. I like this guy a lot.
I like hot dog
Future
man.
repeat. Effing hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely a split on that one.
Okay.
Hello, Jacob. Welcome to the men's room.
Hi there. How you doing, man?
Hola. Positive Friday.
Positive, yeah.
Yeah, I just moved here and only been listening for 3 months, but you guys are hilarious.
Well, thank you, man. Where'd you move from?
Sacramento?
Okay.
Okay. We were on there for a while until
we
the
were
station listened to our show.
We were on 98 Rock in Sacramento. Mm-hmm. We were on the overnight.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Well, yeah, then management actually listened to our show. I'm like, oh, my God, get them off.
No, that was San Jose.
Oh, was that San Jose?
Yeah, you're messing
My
things
bad.
up, man.
Oh, yeah.
Sacramento said, hey, we're going to give you the primetime slot, and they put us on at midnight.
Yeah.
Nice.
Kind of a tough hill to climb. Anyway, so what did you or do you eat because you're drunk, high, or broke?
I was super broke when I was like 19. I think I spent all my money on beer one paycheck, and I was super broke. But fortunately, my neighbor, his brother drives a semi-truck, and when he was delivering he had like pizzas and ice cream in his truck, the temperature was too low when he got there, so they rejected the food. And so he ended up giving it to my neighbor, and my neighbor gave it out to the neighborhood. And so all I had for food for 2 weeks was ham and pineapple frozen pizza and some ice cream.
Did you
literally every day?
Did you get tired of? I mean, obviously you're going to get tired of anything you eat every day.
Oh.
But would you ever order a Hawaiian pizza?
No, I don't even like pineapple in the first place, so it made it that much worse.
Right, and on the frozen pizzas, you can't even like really pull it off.
Did you eat the whole thing?
Some of them I just threw away. I was just so sick of it.
Okay. All right.
See, that's the problem when you're broke. If someone gives you food, it kind of doesn't matter what it is.
No.
It's like,
no,
I hate this, but I'm going to eat this.
Yeah, we used
or
to
I'm going to
get,
starve to death.
Boxes of frozen chicken, man. And that way we live off that because my buddy had a chicken farm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. That's a hookup.
I mean, he'd go back home, come back with boxes of chicken wings, and I mean, it was just like we knew we could eat. I know we knew we could eat for like a week or two. It was just so awesome. It was so, and they were breaded, and they weren't really good. The breading kind of sucked.
Yeah,
but it didn't matter.
Right. Because it's free and you can eat it.
Yeah, it's just, it is what it is. What did you or do you eat because you're drunk, high, or broke? 206-421-ROCK.
Oh, drat. I was driving along minding my own business when that vulgar leech hit my Beamer with his pickup truck. I fear I've fractured my clavicle.
I say, old boy, don't simply put it in the hands of your insurance company to sort it out. Talk with the dedicated road solicitors at the Advocates Law Firm.
Pipe down, you old sod. The Advocates will see your case through to the bitter end and won't sleep a fortnight until they have victory in their grasp.
Jolly good, old man. Jolly good indeed. You get injured, the Advocates get results. AdvocatesLaw.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
You're in the men's room. 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle.
Return to Ted versus the FCC on the way right after emails on our question. What did you or do you eat because you're drunk, high, or broke? 206-421-ROCK.
We got a few comments here. Specifically, comments about Dave the Hot Dog King, who called
down in Tacoma.
Yeah, down in Tacoma.
Dave and the Hot
You
Dog.
know him and his
Dave
brother Jamie. Yeah.
Jamie's probably been blocked from the station.
Yeah, so people address both Dave and Jamie. Just some of the comments that came in as Dave the Hot Dog King was regaling us with that mesmerizing tale of everything. The first one is my favorite. This is the first response to Dave the Hot Dog King. It just says, this effing guy. Someone else, just get to the goddamn point. Time to bust out the monster again. Put a hot dog in that guy's mouth and shut him up. Cut this bitch off. It's my other brother. He's fat as hell. The Hot Dog King is high and eating up airtime. Says he doesn't just have tomato, he has tomato. This effing guy. Make him stop talking, followed by Hot Dog Man rocks. And that's followed by Make It Stop, gong. And I like this one. This guy must be hung, because how can someone stay married to him for 30 years? Someone else says, yeah, David and his brother Jamie, both basket cases. They never freaking finish their story. Someone else, this was effing hilarious. Let's see. Someone else says, if Jamie, his brother, calls, he'll be high as a kite. Don't take David's calls, because he won't shut up. And someone else says, I think it's time to block his number.
What did you or do you eat because you're high, drunk, or broke? 206-421-ROCK.
I just hope somewhere in Shelton, Eastwood was like, I hope he gets to the point.
I mean, my God. Well, someone did say we should have the two of them talk. Just run tape.
Oh, really?
It's a brand new podcast available on radio.com.
You tell us what it's
These
about.
two guys.
These two effing guys. Hello, Ian. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola.
Hey, so I'll keep this short, unlike the Hot Dog King. I was at a restaurant with my wife in Tacoma. Had a guy order a burger next to us while we were waiting for our food, a double bacon cheeseburger. He gets his food, cuts it in half, gets a phone call, loudly exclaims to the whole restaurant that he has a business call, and leaves. So I walk over after he leaves and grab the cut half of the burger and bring it over to my table. And I proceed to eat that while my wife is thoroughly embarrassed that she is sitting there with me.
Did he ever come back?
No.
So what?
I'm not going to let good meat go to waste like that.
Yeah, I'm right there with him. If the dude's leaving and he left half of a burger that he cut, like, yeah, I'm eating that.
Did he announce?
Yell to the whole restaurant that you are leaving for an important business call? I get to eat your food.
Wait, was it already cut, or you cut off the bit part?
No, he cut it in half, took a bite out of one half, and then left.
All right.
That.
Let me ask you a question. Did he announce, like, hey, guys, I got a business call. I'm sorry. Does anyone want the rest of my...
everyone to hear.
Was he making an announcement, like, if anyone wants the rest of this, come get it? Or did he just say, like, I'm very important and I must leave now?
I'm very important. If he wouldn't have left, I would have taken the burger anyway.
Okay. All right. I'm very important. I have lots of high important friends.
God, I used to work with the dude at Chi-Chi's, all right? And so whatever you did not eat, he was probably going to finish it. So I'm working the dishwasher, and he's a waiter. But every time the door swung open, man, he drops off his dishes with a mouthful of food, or before he hands me the dish, he'd take like a half-eaten burrito or something, and just bite into it, get a mouthful, and take off and go back out into the back out to the dining room. He did it so much it didn't seem weird after a while. It was just what he did. The reason I'm chuckling, and actually it's not funny, that's the dude who died, got electrocuted.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's that guy.
I find it funny that it's Mexican food. Like taking some fries or whatever, I get.
I get it. No,
you got a chicken wing left.
You took a bite out of your burrito, all right? And it's not like he bit the other side. I mean, he just picked it up, shoveled it in his mouth. He would chew real quick and then run back out into the dining room.
I told you when I was like 19, I had a fake ID, and I got into Secrets in Ocean City, which was a big deal, right? Yeah. So I get wasted. I have some friends there that are older than me, blah, blah, blah. So I go back to the hotel, forget who I'm staying with, but everybody's already asleep. And then drunk me did something really bad. Like, it's kind of roaming the hall.
Involve a tray with a silver top?
Yeah. I ate somebody's leftover wings.
How many did they have?
I can't remember, but I clearly walked up and down the hallway, like, checking trays.
Were you pulling open the lids on everything to see what was left? That's probably on video somewhere.
It probably is.
No, it was too early for that.
No, it probably is. And
this
it's
is
like,
like
look
two-
at
this
this
is like-
sad bastard.
Yeah, it's like
hotel,
2000.
Yeah, probably.
He won't just order room service.
Yeah.
He's going to check him. Because if I'm security, I'm not stopping you. Like,
Well,
look
I
at
bet
this
it did
dude.
because the hotel was nice enough to have room service. So they probably did have cameras. I mean, it's, not like you're
it's a
staying-
Holiday Inn, but it just
Yeah,
had
still.
a bar and restaurant in the bottom.
Yeah.
From the Halsey and
Did you
Well, 'cause
take it?
that was
Did
one of
you
those-
take it into the room or did you eat it in the hallway?
I ate some of the hallway and ate some of the room.
Okay.
And I'm guessing their empty bones were just sitting on top of the still good wings.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was one of those deals where, like, right, keep in mind, I'm 19, so I haven't been to this bar. It's like a legendary bar.
All right.
But it was like, there's some stand outside where you get drunk and then go eat there. Of course, somehow I made 100 new friends. I'm the giant fat guy dancing. People are buying me drinks. So I missed the stand. And then when I get back to the hotel, I'm just like, I'm starving.
Yeah.
But God, that was pathetic.
Were they any good?
Was it?
I couldn't tell you.
I've stole a tray of pepperoni rolls and trays of donuts from bakeries.
But they weren't happy.
They weren't, it wasn't other people's leftovers.
No, they just put them out to cool on the back deck, and I took the whole tray, put it in a garbage bag, took off running up a fire escape. I mean, it's like a burglar with a sack of rolls over my shoulder.
You stole our pepperoni rolls.
Right. What did you or do you eat because you are drunk, high, or broke? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Scott. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, boys.
Hola.
I just called in because I'm surprised it hasn't been mentioned yet because I thought it was like a poor man's staple. But peanut butter and jelly on a flour tortilla, and you got no more bread.
That's not a bad call. I have not done it, but that's not a bad call. But again, I like having tortillas in the house because they're versatile, man. Tortillas are they're like potatoes or pork. You can pretty much make anything work with those.
Mm-hmm. Is a cheese quesadilla just essentially a grilled cheese sandwich on a tortilla?
It depends how you do it. Mine is so pathetic, no, because it just goes in the oven. Like I don't even.
Oh,
do
you don't
it
do
in
it
the
on
pan.
pan flip it, all right?
No.
Okay.
I mean, basically, I don't think you're wrong. It's a grilled cheese with. I mean, I think the only thing that makes it different is generally the quesadilla. You might have a mixture of cheese,
or you throw a dollop of sour cream on top.
But I'm telling you, man, home run with the kids and real easy to make.
Cheese quesadillas.
Oh yeah, I'm like, all right, you want a cheese? Sure.
That's what I hooked up last time I got one of those pre-made.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.